I think SVOL is one that everyone should have in their high yield dividend account. And let's go over the chart and some of the past history of SVOL and show you why I think you should add it to your account if you haven't already. This is my tactical scalper. All right. So in this small dividend account, I have 40 shares of SVOL. As you see, my cost basis is kind of way up there, and that's okay. I kind of want to let it develop and then find good times to average down in it. And I haven't really found that point yet. But what I think is so beautiful, let's look at the year chart here and just overall. So SVOL's low for the year is at 20. It's high, 23, 25. That's only a $3 move. That's, I think, very consistent over the course of a year. Your share price depreciation for the past year just hasn't happened. It's gone up. SVOL has. Now, it's a unique fund as it sells calls and puts on the VIX future. So it's interesting in that perspective. Now, let's look at the 3-year chart. Now, this hasn't been around very long time, but longer than most others. Now let's look at the variance of 3 years. Okay, so the high of 28 and the low of 20. Now we got an $8 discrepancy, which is pretty significant. However, there's a lot worse ones, and with the 30-cent dividend, it's possible you're breaking even or even a little ahead with SVOL. So if we look at the 3-year chart, my cost basis is a pretty good spot, right? As the market dipped towards the end of last year, you see how SVOL just ripped. And now as the market is getting more stable and rising higher, its price is going down. So I think it's fantastic to have in your account because even though the markets are going up, right, SVOL may be falling down a tad. Let's look at yesterday. Now, even though we had a green day yesterday as it went up, even though the markets were going up. So it's kind of strange how it acts from time to time. However, the 30-cent dividend, and over the course of a year, with just a $3 variance between high and low, I think it's pretty steady. Now, as we look at the 1-year chart, we see have crossed well below the 200, which is a sign that, obviously it's bearish and looks like it's going down. Maybe it's found a base here. Not completely sure. It needs more time. All the EMAs are curling down and crossing each other, which also shows a lot of downward pressure. And I think if we go to the 3-year chart, we're pretty much going to see the same thing. Now, we see here on the 3-year chart that it is, well below its 200 and going down. It seems to have found resistance, as you see here on the 100 EMA on the weekly time frame. It's having a heck of a time trying to cross that. We got a double top there, and now it is falling from there. I think if I was to average down on this, I personally am going to wait till it gets to the $21 mark. I won't put any more money into SVOL in this particular account until we reach the $21 mark. Maybe the $21.50 mark. As you see there, we have had some support there in the past on the weekly time frame. So that may be the way to go for me to average down on this fund. But I really, really like it with the consistent 30-cent dividends per share every month. I mean, there's really not a lot of guesswork to it. Like, with TSLY and some of the others, everyone's putting out their, how much they're going to make, their guesses on how much they're going to make for the dividends, and generally everyone's wrong. You don't have to worry about that with SVOL. There is no guesswork. You're going to make your 30 cents per share and be happy with it because it's great. And the price tag is not horrible at all. I mean, now I think would be a great time to get in it if you're not. Like for me, obviously, I'm well below my cost basis here. And again, looking at the 3-year chart, we have no idea what what the market will do in the future. Will it go down? Will it go up? Who knows? Everyone has their own guesses, but nobody knows. If you feel like the market's going to go down, what a great stock to have, because as you see, when it came into inception, the market was falling. Therefore, SVOL was rising. See that? And then as the market started getting better, SVOL started coming back down. So if you look at a 3-year chart, my cost basis is at a great spot. But even on the weekly time frame, look at that support around the 21 area and the 2150. So that for me is just a great time to buy in. I'm going to be very patient and see if it hits that level before I average down. No need to average down just for the heck of it. Wait for exact points. I have my limit buy order already set. So if it hits it and I'm not looking at the chart, it'll buy it. So that's fantastic. I think SVOL should be added to everyone's portfolio, not only with the 30-cent dividend per share. It's just steady, baby. It's not going to blow your mind with the massive dividend amounts, but it's also not going to let you down. Give SVOL a look. Tactical Scalper out.